What's good, everyone? It's your girl Rose. Come with me while I get Kanari ready to do his hair. I'm having a little trouble with this camera view right now, but we getting there. Okay, we here. Almost. Okay, Kanari trying to help us out. He looking like, what's going on? Let's do this. He ready, but not ready at the same time. So for this style, I was thinking just two braids going back and them knots, them curls. The curls turn to knots, and Kanari hate that. Yeah, we have to pluck through that little piece right there. That little piece need to get plucked through. It's so hard to part through his hair. It's so thick, as you can tell. So I have to literally go inch by inch and put my finger in the middle and try to break the hair apart, separate the hair, because I'm really not trying to break anything. That's why I'm taking my time going piece by piece and using my finger for the most part and the comb to get into certain knots and tangles that's super compact and, tangled. But once I get this part done, and when I tell you it's so difficult to do my son's hair because he's so tender-headed. Right now, you see, soon as the comb stop or when it's not hurting, he's very good with getting his hair done. But when that knot take effect, oh my God, you're going to hear a whole different sound in Kanari come out. And I hate that for him. Oh, that was a little piece from outside, y'all. It was some little pieces fell out the tree from outside playing. And I come across a few of them little things like that. Oh, right there. I plucked them in the forehead a little bit. My nails are a little too long. That's another reason why I don't get my nails done as much anymore. Ever since I had kids, I see how clumsy. Oh, you see that right there? That right there is a piece from out the tree. And as you could tell, it was in his hair. So good thing that I'm doing his hair. I can't wait too long to do his hair because things would get up in there and start to hide away. You never know what be in that jungle right there. But as you can see, I done made it to the back area with this part. And my first parting is just an estimate of, what I think is the middle. I'm just guessing what I think is the middle. And I'm just going to do a first quick little part just to get through my best. I'm not trying to play around as much in his hair of the parting of the, detangling, because I know that's more stress and irritation for the both of us. Oh, that comb keep falling, Lord. It making me tired. So with putting their heads where they need to be, like, look at that part. The part is cricket, you guys. And I'm gonna tell you now, that part gave me trouble the whole time. But it wasn't the part; it was Kanari. And it ain't Kanari, it was me. Cause my patience, oh my goodness, I'm trying to get better. But as you can tell, I'm trying to turn them around so you can see how it's looking back there and what I'm going through. Still piece by piece, using my finger and the tip of the hair. You see that when it's knots like that, you want to like break it through a little bit, but not like to just pull through. That's a major strain and tug on the scalp. And anybody who been in that chair before, you would know how to handle somebody's hair. If you know what they did to your head, you know what to do with somebody else's head. So yes, with the dryness, I need to moisten it up a little bit. That's rice water that I'm using. And that rice water is for the, healthiness. So why I need moisture is going to be giving it all the vitamins it need. And that helps it out. At the same time, to make it a little bit, the feel of the texture of the hair once it get wet and the floppiness it be doing is going everywhere. But my main thing is the less stress and tangle on his head, But right there, I'm trying to straighten that part a little bit more. I seen it was off to the right. So I'm trying to parting it better. Make it more even. And like I said, I don't want to waste too much time on everything. And I'm spraying water, just regular water on his head to help give it a little bit more loose to the knots and curls. And this brush right here, we call this the white girl brush. Why? I don't know. It's literally just a detangler brush, but that bitch hurt. Definitely when you in any hair other than Caucasian. Any hair other than Caucasian and the mixed breed, them Brazilians, all that right there where that brush gonna just slide through. You might have a little toggle, but it ain't gonna be nothing too much. But in that 4C, 3C, whatever these C's is, and it's the black community, I don't know what's going on with eye hair, because that it's gonna tug on every time you put that bitch through, it's gonna tug and hurt. Whew. So look, I gotta hold that hair by the end piece and just keep combing it out like that. Brushing it. With that brush, it get more strings at one compared to the comb. The comb with just one pointed end, getting at that one knot. If it's like a patch of tangleness, I need that brush to go ahead and get the pain done and over with. You know, it's some things best to just jump in the pool, you know, when that water cold type shit, instead of just walking in tip tap, that type of stuff, you know, out of order. But either ways, yes. Well, now that I kind of got it separated to two different sides, I'm not gonna say even size, but it's two different sides, and I'm just trying to detangle as much as I can. As you can see, it's way too damn much to detangle. I cannot detangle all of this damn hair. How in the hell do they detangle it and then keep it detangled? Because once I detangle one area, the other part nappy. Now this part getting more nappy. I see I missed the area. His head too big at this point. I don't know what's going on. So now I'm going back through that part. As you see, I went from the top. I had to calm and collect myself. He was leaning and doing this body movement weird. He was turned cricket and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And I gotta make sure his head at a certain angle. So that type of stuff, I had to recalibrate ourselves. So now I'll go back through that part from the start to the back. Since it's already separated, now I'm just cleaning it up type stuff. Just cleaning it up. And literally it was just a waste of my time. Just a waste of my time. Because once it's all done and over with, y'all gonna see. Well, y'all not gonna see. That's why I'm here talking to y'all. I'm gonna update y'all with what his braids look like. Because in this video, I wasn't able to show y'all. I was tired, honey. I was tired. I was out of breath. I needed water. I needed oxygen. I needed vitamins. Bitch, I needed everything. I needed therapy. I needed everything after I was done with his head. So I wasn't able to get the full look. And then my camera died. My camera died in the middle of the first braid or something like that. So just know, me cleaning that part up didn't help too much. Too much of nothing. And I'm steady trying to show y'all the part. Look at that. Look, oh, you see that little cricket part right there? I don't know what I was doing right there part. I was trying to say, forget it. You good enough. You a little kid. Ain't nobody looking at how straight your part is, for real. If they doing that, we need to whoop their ass. I'm just sorry. Okay, let me just move on. So, yeah, we gonna just move that clamp to the other side so I can just go on here and start braiding one side. His hair so thick, I cannot get my fingers through it when it's time to braid. Yeah, that's the edge effect that I'm using right there. And I don't really like that edge control. It's good for certain textures, like his texture and my texture, but my daughter texture and barely my texture. A little bit here, so I take it back for all of it. It helps for, like, the shadow level, but the long term, it's something I'm doing wrong. I don't know. I must be doing something wrong. Am I leaving in the wrong temperature of the house or something like that? Maybe I should store it. Make sure it's thick and whole. Because when it be all soft like that, it be good, but then it's like easy to sweat out type shit. It's easy to just fade away. I don't know what to do. So me with stitch braiding, it's not possible with his head. Him or his sister. Bonnie, y'all seen how thick her hair is. But like I was saying, I'm just trying to clean up this part so I can get the braiding. And my braiding is so difficult because his hair is very thick. It's hard for me to detangle every part. So now when I'm putting my hands through his head to split the hair to just braid, while my hands getting tucked, I'm talking about I can't even see my finger. My finger can't even get through the other end. So I'm like, what would they do? Is they gonna like hold it and comb the next piece out, then finish braiding it down, comb the next piece out, braid? That's too much stress and hurt on my son's head. He gonna be hurt, and I ain't trying to make him go through all that pain for us. So if that's what we're gonna have to do, we're gonna have to wait till his hair get a little bit longer, because at this stage we just gonna get it done how you get it done. And when I show y'all what his hair look like, we got it done. Just know that. So yes, I'm seeing like them little strains that I'm trying to perfect. You know, I'm like, maybe if I clean this part up real good, at least when the braids looking how it's looking, but this part gonna be parting. You feel me? The part gonna be parting. But God had something else in plan. God had something else in plan for my ass. Look, I'm just going with the flow, Lord. I'm going with the flow. So right now, when my son get up today, it will be like the 3rd day since I did this. So just know the video getting posted after this will have an update of his hair and what the braids look like. But just remember, it's 3 days before, after. And now, yes, I took way too long on this part. Why I'm still on this damn part? I done gave y'all a story from one end to the other. Done veered off, went around the block, curve, hit couple curves. I always hit them curves. But either way, I come back, I'm still on this part, y'all. Boy, if my attention span suck, my attention span suck. But if y'all anything like me, it's TikTok fault. It's TikTok fault because, you know, you just get to scrolling. You get to scroll. So much come down on feeds, honey. And it have us entertained in a little amount of seconds. And if you can't have me entertained in a little amount of seconds, I ain't going to be here for the whole video. So if y'all ain't still here in this video, I can understand. I can understand if you're not still here in this video. They be like, the girl still on that part. She's still on that part, Lord. Just know, when I open up my new hair salon, this would not be accepted. I would not be taking that long on no parts and nobody here. Okay, that was against my rules. As y'all can see, I got my whole little setup back there. I got the little thing on the wall, little small little mirror. I don't know why I got that small ass mirror back there. But let me get back to his hair. His hair, y'all, I done separated again and again. And I done put them little clamps in it to make it look real professional, like real professional. I'm like, yes, I'm doing the thing. Now I grab this oil moisturizer. Now that's some good oil moisturizer. This is the key. I don't even want to use this on his head because that nigga got really good hair. But my daughter, I need to keep every drop for her hair. I keep every drop for her hair. He got good hair. You could just play in his shit for real. Like, I'm just tapping on that, just pat. You know, little pee like that right there. And this really I was hoping it was going to loosen his curls and give it more of moisture, long-lasting moisture as I, you know, stick my fingers through his hair, because my fingers have a hard time going through his hair, so it need a little bit more ease, moisture, something. And I was hoping that was gonna help it with all the other stuff I threw in there. Whew. So y'all, I go to try to detangle this stuff out because I feel like after me pushing all that stuff in there, I done kind of like, you know, smush his hair back down a little piece. So I'm like, let me just go ahead and do a little quick plop throughout the whole thing. But it seems like I get stuck in a couple areas because it's not doing what needs to be done. I done combed the stuff out. Why is still like more hair in there? Is there so much hair in there? I can't understand it, Lord. So I feel like looking at this video, my next time, I'm going to say, for instance, this section right here where I'm going to do this one braid at, I'm going to split that in two, from the back and the front. And then I would detangle the front and separate it good with the edge control in the middle of the sides. And then I will braid the front, only the front part, because it's only a little bit of hair type of stuff. And by the time I get halfway through the front, my fingers will be getting tough and stiff, where I would have to pin that braid up and start to detangle the rest of the hair down in the braid. So I see I'm just gonna have to, Lord, I'm gonna have to work magic, Jesus. Okay, I have to have a lot of patience for these type of hairs. Need to come out looking where it need to look, how I want it to look, because this is unacceptable. So right here, I'm trying to part the middle of that one side, because I seen them girls, they part half the hair and then put the edge control in the middle of the braid. And when they do that, it make it more slick and easier. But his hair is so fucking thick, you guys. I swear, once I put that edge control in the middle of his braid, you couldn't even see the edge control, friend. I swear. But all that right there, I just did wasn't nothing but stress on my man head. I'm trying to get him used to the text, to the feel of the comb and the brush. Because once in a while, you done had that brush comb your head so many times, you gonna be used to it for real. You ain't gonna do all that crying, little, all that crying. That crying irritate my soul. I can't be hearing all that crying while I'm trying to get the work done. You feel me? Because it's doing something to me. It's doing something to my spirit. It's messing up my craft. So I done combed that part so many times, y'all. And it still was just so thick. And I'm like, you know what, just forget it. Let me just go ahead and throw this up here. And I'm just do what I got to do. And I tried to do just the front part of the detangling because that's what I'm finna start on the front. But, y'all, ooh, the wet, see how slick it looked with that brush? He thought that brush was that other brush. He was ready to cry for that other brush. But this one that stood at hardness when you put that edge control, but give it a nice slick look, So I should have just gave his ass ponytails at this point. But I know them ponytails are going to be raggedy by the end of the day. It wasn't even going to make 24 hours, honey. I swear it wasn't. Them ponytails are going to be looking like... I'm finna start the braid now, okay? Ooh, but look at this, y'all. I done tried to do my little first part. Ooh, Jesus. I felt it over here. Lord, it's irritating me all over again. Because it's just not doing what it needs to do. Why the hell is it just so thick? Lord, it's just thick. I'm in a forest for real. Look at that. All that combing I did, I still have to do some type of separating piece by piece. Piece by piece. It didn't just go through. Like, what? What? Oh, I did in that same area, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. That's the reason why I just kept combing that spot, Lord. But real talk, before I did his hair, before I did this right here, he was walking around with that fro for like 4-5 days. A good old week, I'm going to say. Go ahead and estimate it to a week and round it up. Because, yeah, that's why it was so compact like that. That's why it was so nappy like that. It was too much to do. You gotta detangle for 2 days and keep it in protected styles for 2 days with moisture and grease and oil. And then the next day, when it's time to do the hair, it's super detangled, soft, that type of stuff. And you wouldn't go through as much as I went through in this video. But thank you for watching, you guys. And I'll be back with another video.